Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be talking about a new revelation from Mercedes team boss Toto Wolff following the Monaco Grand Prix, as well as Ferrari's response to Lewis Hamilton's radio messages at the end of the Grand Prix. If you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me on X at James's Pit Lane, I'll leave a link in the description, but let's jump straight into the video. So let's start with Wolff, who has responded to Williams' tactics during the Monaco Grand Prix. Now, as we know, it is very difficult to overtake around the Monaco circuit because the track is so narrow. And during the race, Williams drivers Alex Albon and Carlos Sainz drove slowly to give each other enough buffer to make a pit stop and still come out ahead of rivals, and this was in response to a similar strategy employed further up the road by the Racing Bulls. And while the strategy worked, with both Williams drivers finishing in the points, it did compromise Mercedes, with George Russell finishing 11th and Kimi Antonelli 18th. And at one point we just saw Russell overtake Albon by just driving through the Nouvelle chicane, and Russell said on the team radio, "I'll just take the penalty," instead of giving the position back. But that didn't work out for Russell because he ended up getting a drive-through penalty and then he had to serve another pit stop, and he ended up behind the Williams drivers. Now, following the race, Crash.net said that Wolff read out a text from Williams team boss James Vowles, who previously worked as Mercedes chief strategist, and the text said, "I'm sorry, we had no choice given what happened ahead." And Wolff was understanding of Vowles' predicament and replied with a simple, "We know." And when asked if he appreciated Vowles sending him a message, Wolff said, as quoted by Crash.net, "You know, James is one of my guys, and I don't want to sound patronising, because he's making a career as a team principal, and he's doing really well. He had to do it. You know, he's got 2 cars in the points. I think what started it was these RBs that backed us back off, and that's what he had to do." But let's move on to Hamilton, with Ferrari responding to Hamilton's "Are you upset with me?" message following the Monaco Grand Prix. Now, as we know, it wasn't the best Monaco Grand Prix for Hamilton. He started in 7th after a penalty. He made his way up to P5 after overcutting Fernando Alonso and Isaac Hadjar, but then he was just stuck in P5 and he did not have the pace to catch up the cars in front. And he ended up finishing around 50 seconds behind the race leader Lando Norris. And following the Grand Prix, Hamilton's race engineer Riccardo Ademi said, "It's a P5, lost a lot of time in traffic, the rest we need to investigate." And Hamilton said, "Yeah, big thank you, as I said, for fixing the car. It's not been the easiest of weekends, but we live to fight another day, so yeah." Then a short time passes and Hamilton says, "Are you upset with me or something?" And then there was no answer. And the race say that Ferrari team boss Frederic Vasseur was in play it down mode. When asked about Ademi's radio silence after Monaco, Vasseur said, as quoted by the race, "When the driver is asking something between turn 1 and turn 3, we have to wait the tunnel to reply to avoid speaking with him during the corners. It's not that we are sleeping, it's just because we have a section of the track that we agreed before to speak with him. And honestly, it's not tension that the guy is asking something. He's between the wall, he's under pressure, he's fighting, that he's at 300 kilometers per hour between the walls, and I'm perfectly fine. When I spoke with him after the race, he was not upset at all." Now, one thing that was noticeable in that answer is that it was very much deflecting onto Ferrari's communication plan, in terms of not speaking to the driver at certain points around the track so as to mitigate the risk of unintentionally breaking their concentration at a crucial moment. And this is particularly important in Monaco because there are corners just all over the place and no margin for error. But one thing that is clear from Vasseur's answer is that whatever upset there might have been, it was at least apparently cleared up in the time between the radio exchange and Vasseur giving his post-race media briefing. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.